What's up, Trunk Slayers? Just wanted to bring you a quick Valentine's Day edition of the video I recorded a few weeks ago talking about how your MSP isn't actually that terrible. So I was at the store last night after 5 doing my Valentine's Day shopping at the last minute, as one does. Um, and I was bemused to see, as I often do on Christmas Eve, the Valentine's Day evening, and Mother's Day evening, the mostly guys at the store who were getting their flowers, chocolates, cards at the very last second because it's what we do. Um, and the thing that always makes me smile when I see that there are people like me who are just bad planners, and I mean I have had plenty of time to have planned ahead and gotten something for my wife well in advance. But a lot of the guys that are there, they're in their work clothes. There's a bunch of people who are in like construction clothes, or who clearly work all day, and this is their only opportunity, and they're doing the very best they can. And I kind of love that. Uh, and so that's kind of where I wanted to go quickly on this Valentine's Day edition of Your MSP Doesn't Suck. Um, I was on Reddit the other day for a surprise, and I saw this really nice post that a probably relatively new and young MSP had posted. And of course, it got downvoted into oblivion, and most people told them they suck because it's Reddit and we're terrible people on the internet. But it was a really nice post, and I wanted to talk about that really quickly. So this person posted that they manage about 60 endpoints currently, which in the MSP world, I mean that's infinitesimally small. It's very 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 small, and they wanted some advice on how to start managing their passwords now that they were getting to a point that keeping that all in a secure Excel sheet wasn't tenable, and they had a couple of really basic questions. And shout out to there was a handful of people who did post. Some of them were vendors. Really helpful, non-predatory information. Thank you, any more of you. But what I really liked when I read through the post and when I talked to this person a little bit, they were just leveraging the heck out of what they had. Yeah, fine. Probably anybody listening could give 10 easy things they could buy or do that would be better. That's not the point of what I'm saying here. You can always be better, you can always improve. What just made me feel good, kind of inspired me, reminded me of those people who were doing their last minute shopping. Was this person was doing the very best they could with what they had available, and it was kind of awesome. Good for them. They did not have an RMM, so they were using a very basic open source tool, but they had locked that tool down to only being available over a VPN, which that's a great, very basic, but that's a great strategy. That's better than not doing that. This person didn't have the same password at every site they were managing, which was part of their frustration. They were trying to use a wide variety of randomized passwords. That's fantastic. Good for you. This person didn't have an RMM. So they looked to what other tools did they have. They were using a NAS, a little networked hard drive, to do their backups. And they realized, well, my hard drives can send out email alerts and can let me know when the network goes down or up or when power goes out. And they were also doing the same thing with Unify. I've talked about Unify before. So they set those up as canaries to give them basic alerts that, hey, this device has been offline or this device is no longer offline. That's fantastic. Um, and yeah, fine. You dig into the post a little bit. There's some other stuff that's a little concerning. They're using Windows Defender, which is fine, but not in a with a centralized management policy. There's not a lot of the things that we would probably come in now and point and say have to do. EDR on top of that. Offsite incremental backups. Like, we could go down a whole list of all the things they could do better. The point is, what they currently had, they were using really well, and I was really proud of them. And that's kind of where the point I want you all to take away. Most of the MSPs that you're going to interface with, could they be doing things as well as you are doing? Yeah, they could be. They're probably not. And they could be doing better. There's always a way to do better. There's always a better tool, a better process. There's a better security control. I'm not questioning that. But if you lose sight of the fact, and this one was a great example, that this person, they're managing 60 endpoints. They're not doing a bad job. And I bet those clients are pretty happy with the service they're getting and don't really know or care that this person could be doing better. This is not an excuse, just like my last video, this is not an excuse to be a shitty MSP. It's not. What this is I don't want you to do it the other way. I want you to remember that most of the people who are out there, who are in this space, who are doing IT support, we are not waking up and choosing violence and malice. We're trying to do our best. Yeah, we might be in the store at 5:45 on Valentine's Day evening getting the very last roses they have left. Some of us are going to do that. Like, I get that. I understand objectively. Had I ordered the flowers ahead of time, or had any of those people gone the day before, they could have potentially paid less and they would have had a better quality flower. But they didn't, and so they're doing the very best they can. And you know what? At the end of the day, I don't think all of the people they're bringing those flowers home to are going to be particularly upset about the fact that their roses or their flowers weren't the absolute best flowers available. I think they're just going to be happy that their significant other remembered them, made them feel special, treated them well, and gave them a great experience. That's what this is all about. Have an awesome Thursday, everybody. And go buy flowers if you forgot them.